Hello everyone and welcome back to the One Stop Co-op Shop. We're going to continue on with our This War of Mine playthrough. This is day 3. Now, before we start off, I've got to make a couple corrections. One, somehow, I think I must have just picked up an extra vegetable. You know, it kind of makes sense. Bruno loves his food. He probably stole an extra vegetable, but we really shouldn't have, so I'm going to take that away. We should only have one vegetable and one canned food. Because remember, we gave this vegetable to that next door neighbor, and hopefully he's doing okay. He ended up crying. We ended up having to put a number in our epilogue, but maybe that's okay. We'll find out. The second thing that I didn't exactly do wrong, but I could have done, is I had Marin here protecting us, right? And we had those hobos. He could have rolled one die, and if we had rolled a fist, could have prevented one of those items from being taken away from us. I didn't do it. I'm not going to do it now. It is what it is. I'm just going to do it going forward because he has at least one prowess. If we left Aritza here, she would get to roll one die, but then could re-roll it up to 2 times. So, because her prowess is 2. But be that as it may, going forward, I have to remember that we can potentially eliminate or reduce the amount of goods that are taken from us or wounds based on someone's prowess because they get to roll at least this die. And then if they have weapons, they might be able to roll a red die, etc., etc. Third and final thing, I asked you guys which narrative to keep. Okay, the Vigilant Watch, which had to do with reducing the amount of damage or wounds from a Night Raids card, or this Who's There. Well, everybody that responded said Vigilant Watch, so we're going to keep that one. That means we'll have to shuffle the other one back into the Narrative Actions deck. There we go. Cool. With that, we can start day 3. So the first thing we do with day 3 is we draw our event card. We have Reality Impact. Well, this is very similar to what we see with the Exploration cards when we see that Reality Impact. So what we need to do is draw a card from the color deck. Let's shuffle these up. Come on, be a nice color, be a nice color. And it's red. It says here, the red Reality Impact scripts often depict drastic scenes. Fun. Then what we do is we reveal the top card of the events deck and check the number with the color on it. Afterwards, shuffle the event card into the appropriate chapter of the events deck. That's actually really nice, you guys. We get to know what the next event's going to be because there's only one more event card in this chapter. So here, let me grab the event deck. So here's the event deck. There's chapter 2. So we're going to reveal this card, and then that's going to be the only card that's going to be there so we know what's coming next. Let's see. We have Crime Wave. During this night phase, draw and resolve 2 night raid cards. Okay, so we know that's coming next round. But we have to do red, that's 792. And before I jump into reading this, look, there's an app. I forgot about this. Since I didn't back the game, I actually got this from somebody else. I did not know that it came with an app. And look, this looks so nice. Oh my gosh, so much easier than trying to hold this book. So I'm going to read from the book and then have you guys see it on here. Hope that's okay. And I personally really like it that way because trying to hold the book down and read was not fun. Okay, let's get back into the game. Every morning we watch the landscape through the window, looking for any changes. Sometimes change is obvious. There's a cow in the middle of the street. A live cow. It could feed our crew for weeks. If it gets sick, we could butcher it for meat. The cow walks slowly, looking for something to nibble on. We can either walk outside carefully and try and catch the animal, choose one or more characters and see number 1367, or it's impossible, it's a trap, let's do something else. Oh my gosh, what do you guys think? Is this a trap? It's got to be a trap. Why would there be a cow walking down the street? As much as I would love a cow, you got to know that's a trap. This is a red event. I don't think I'm doing anything. I think I'm just calling it. I'm going to say it's a trap. Let's do something else. Back to game. Of all the different events, that's not terrible. Instead, we're just going to place a cold token on the cold space as well. We now have 2 cold tokens here in the cold space. So I'm thinking maybe another board up will be a good idea for this round. Don't forget, what we're trying to do is at the end of the next day, so at the end of chapter 1, we want to make sure everyone's misery is only at 1. I've got 2 people at misery 2. I've got to fix that. Because it's been a little bit, I just want to show you guys our characters. So right now, Aritza is a little bit tired, but she's not hungry, and she only has 1 misery, which is fine. Marin over here does have 2 miseries, so we need to work on that, and he only has 1 action this round. And then Bruno over here, he is a little bit fatigued, a little bit hungry, and a little bit miserable. So essentially, these guys are almost the same, with Marin just having a little more fatigue. So I'm definitely going to have Marin take a nap first. We'll place Marin over here in the bed. We're going to have Aritza come over here and build a chair to start getting rid of our misery. That's going to take 1 component and 2 wood. Bruno over here is going to go down here and try and cut through the bars with the saw blade, which we just got last time. Nice. Let's resolve them. So we'll start off with Bruno. Bruno with the saw blade. That's kind of awesome. Let's see. We get 3 more components and a mechanical part. Not too shabby to get that from sawing some bars, right? Marin will come back over here. He is taking a nap. His fatigue went from 2 to 0. And Aritza here has just built the chair, and which is so nice because we've got books, so we can guarantee people lower their misery. That finishes up action 1. Action 2, I'm going to have Aritza take a nap. I really don't want her to have any fatigue. I want her to have all 3 of her actions. I'm going to have Marin, who's well rested, come over here to the furniture. And let's have Bruno get into the sitting chair reading some books modes. I wonder if he's reading some Brandon Sanderson or something. So now we can resolve for our action 2. Roll the black die. Results 6 through 10 lower the misery of the character placed here by 1. For each book in the storage, add +2 to the roll. Well, 1 book, 2 book, 3 book. That means we add +6. I'm not even going to roll a die. It's just a guaranteed he lowers his misery from 2 to 1. Aritza over here, she just took a quick nap. Her fatigue goes away. Perfect. Marin over here goes for the furniture and searches it, and he finds 2 mechanical parts, 2 electrical parts, 1 raw food, and 1 wood. Whoa! This is totally awesome. This means we have enough food and water for everybody this round. Perfect! Our final action for the round, we only can use Marin and Aritza. Bruno is too fatigued. He can't do another action. So I'm going to have Marin come over to the chair. He's going to reduce his misery. And we're going to have Aritza come over here. She's going to use 1 component, which we have here, and then 4 wood. That was for my storage times 5, so I'm going to move this down to the just single storage area for 4 wood to be able to place a board up on one of the holes in the shelter. So we're going to activate her first, and we're going to do that. And you can see the hole right here. We're going to cover that one up. Yeah. And then Marin over here, we're going to reduce his misery from 2 to 1. I'd say that was pretty successful overall. I'm happy. Now what we have to do for our team of 3 is we have to drink and we have to eat. So we have 1 water for each one of us. Problem is we're going to start getting to where we don't, but right now we have 1 water. We're good. And then 1 food. So we have a vegetable, raw food, and a canned food. Lots of good food. The vegetable doesn't decrease your hunger or increase it, so we're going to give that to Aritza since she has no hunger. The raw food decreases hunger by 1, so we're going to have Bruno use that, and Bruno is going to reduce his hunger from 1 to 0. And then the canned good actually lets you reduce your hunger by 2. Part of me is like, well, maybe I should just keep it and use it next round, but no, I don't think so. I think I'm going to use it this round. Marin only has 1 hunger. We're going to eliminate that. Nobody is hungry, which is awesome, but all food has been eaten. If you look here, look at this state. We only have misery 1 for all 3 of them, and just 1 person being fatigued. No hunger at all. Yeah. But now we move to guard duty and scavenging. And you know what? Bruno really wants to stay back this time. So I'm going to let Bruno stay back. He's tired of going. And Marin and Aritza are both going to go scavenging. I'd kind of like to be able to trade. I just don't really know what I want to bring, because if I bring mechanical electrical parts, they're heavy. I don't really... Okay, let's do it. We're gonna bring one of each type. So at least we've got 5 in case we can trade. I really want a shovel. I'm gonna be looking for a shovel, looking for food and water. I'm gonna need to at least bring back 3 water. So bringing back 3 water means I need to have 3 inventory left open. So do I bring one more, hoping that I can find someone to trade with? You know, I don't know. I think I'm just going to go with these 2. So these 2, along with these 2 characters, are going to go scavenging. So I think we're going to go to this construction site. But because there's bars here, I think I'm going to bring the saw blade as well. It doesn't weigh anything, so it shouldn't be an issue. So I got the saw blade, the mechanical part, and electrical part. Now, we could return 2 exploration cards to have a look around. I'm just not doing that because I don't want to spoil that for you guys. Maybe I'd want to do that during my actual play of doing this game, but no reason for me to do that because that would spoil this card for sure for you. All these other ones, yeah, I might be spoiling something if you happen to draw all the right cards, but it's very unlikely. But that one would be a guarantee if you saw that location. So I'm going to get 14 exploration cards and get that set up, and let's start scavenging. Okay, let's flip our first card, see what we get. Search the furniture. You may ignore this card or search the furniture. Return 2 exploration cards or raise the noise by 1 and roll for the noise. Definitely going to raise the noise by 1 and roll for noise to search furniture. We'll push this up to a 2 and then just set this right here. Yep, you guys can see that. Give this a roll, as long as it's a 3 or higher. Man, I love that 10. I am good to go. No reason to worry about residents. Remember, I've just recently put in all the bad resident cards, so I am a little nervous, but sometimes you gotta meet people to be able to trade, but I guess we'll see. Let's see what we find in the furniture. We find a weapon part and raw food. Cool! And don't forget, we get to roll the black die for the special findings. We'll place both the weapon part and raw food here. And if we could roll a 10, I'd be the happiest man alive. We'd get a shovel. That's an 8. Oh, an 8's a vegetable, though. That's more food. A vegetable at a construction site. Don't ask me. We will shuffle that card back into the findings deck. And then let's draw our next card. Basement entrance. Okay. Check that the location has basement entrance. It doesn't, so we'll draw a card from the exploration deck over here. Let's see. Check the current location for open space. No, a construction site doesn't have open space. So let's check this one. Jammed door. No, doesn't have a jammed door. Okay, hideout. You may ignore this card or return as many exploration cards as you wish to lower the noise by the same amount. Let's do it. I mean, why not? I've got tons of exploration cards. And it can save me a little bit. So, or do I want to meet people? But I've got thugs in there and stuff. Oh, I hate trying to make that decision. No, I'm going to ignore it. Let's keep going. Ooh, search the heap. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't get rid of that one. Return 2 exploration cards and raise the noise by 1, or raise the noise by 1 and roll for noise. I'm going to return 2 exploration cards and raise the noise by 1 to search the heap. Noise is going to go up to 4. And what do we find in this findings deck? Heap, broken guitar, and shell. Broken guitar is awesome. That means Aritza can help people potentially lower their misery if she gets her bee spirit effect that happens. Cool. And a shell. That's kind of useless right now. And we roll for special findings. I'm looking for a 10. Come on, a 10. Come on, a 10. Come on, a 10. That's a 5. A 5 is a mechanical part. And you know what? We have all the mechanical parts, so we essentially got nothing. Bummer! We'll shuffle this right back in again. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Lots of shuffling of decks in this game. There we go. Let's look at that next card. Come on. Be the pantry. Oh, poke about. You may ignore this card or poke about. Return 1 exploration card or roll for noise to choose 1 finding from the special. Oh my gosh. Okay. Removing this card, putting it back into the exploration deck to get 1 special findings. A shovel! That is not bad at all, but that's another weight. We got to be careful. We're going to have lots of weight that we're carrying. Okay, let's keep moving. Reality impact. Okay, draw a card from the color deck. So we'll grab our color deck. Come on, be like a green or something. Be something nice. Let's see this one. Oh no, it's red again. We just love reds. And then, let's see, draw a card from the exploration deck and look at that number. Oh my gosh, the other reality impact is right here. It is 596. We could hear the growling and loud chomping shortly before we saw the civilians' bodies. The wild dogs scattered the moment we entered the room. An execution had taken place here. A whole family had been laid out evenly, their bodies spaced as if someone had used a ruler. Mom, Dad, and 2 kids. In another room, an older man, probably the grandfather, had a kitchen knife plunged into his chest. They must have been about to eat dinner. The soup is still warm. We can't take the soup. We haven't got the right container. We can eat it here. That's if anyone can actually sit and swallow anything in a room like this, surrounded by all the carnage. Roll the black die and compare the result with the empathy of each character present. As a result that is higher than a character's empathy, this character is able to eat, lowering their hunger by 1. Here's the thing. There's no effect here that hurts empathy, and neither of my characters are hungry at all, so that's going to have no effect on them, so I'm not going to roll the die. But wow, this is just a horrid place. Okay, after that, let's draw our next exploration card. Search the heap. You may ignore this card or search the heap. Return 2 exploration cards and raise the noise by 1, or raise the noise by 1 and roll for the noise. I think I'm going to do raise the noise by 1 and roll for the noise. We're going to raise the noise by 1 and then have Aritza use her ability called Sneaky, and she's going to decrease the noise by 5 all the way down to 1. Then we'll just get this out. As long as we don't roll a 1, we're good. We rolled an 8, we're fine. Let's draw the top findings deck. Reality impact, of course, okay. Draw a card from the colors deck to determine the color of the script. Come on, I am tired of red. Give me a different color than red. Let's see, this one. Oh, there we go, blue. Then check the number with the color on the rare findings chart on the current location. So blue is 210 or 18? 210. Sorry, too far away from the card. 210. Many things that used to serve as construction materials are now used to demolish things. Ordinary tools have become weapons to defend one's life or extinguish another's. Given this, it makes you wonder why nobody's taken this huge hammer. We now know we can barely lift it. But if we can lift it, and if we can sneak up on a burglar with it, it might prove to be horribly effective of a weapon. Write Heavy Hammer 210 on a blank token and place it in the findings pile. Treat it as a red token with a value of 10 and a weight of 3. Holy moly, a weight of 3? If you don't manage to take it to the shelter with you, you can hide it. Leave the token on the findings pile. If you wish to find and bring it back while scavenging, roll the black die. A result of 1 through 3, somebody beat us to it, remove this token. On a result 4 for 10, the heavy hammer is still there, and this time you take it with you. So now details on the heavy hammer. You may use the heavy hammer instead of a regular combat die for one of the characters present on the guard space during a night raid. Roll the black die. The character may use their prowess. A result of 1 through 6. Unfortunately, the excessive, heavy, and unwieldy weapon didn't fare well as a combat weapon. A result of 7 to 10, the element of surprise and the mighty blow robbed the enemies of their confidence. Lowered damage or wounds by 5. Whoa, that's a really, really freaking cool weapon. I mean, a 7 out of 10, though, that's going to be hard to roll. But I still like the chances. Maybe I can bring that back, but that weighs 3. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. So there are blank tokens, but being that I'm giving this game to AntLab Games after this, I don't really want to write on one of them. So I'm just doing a piece of paper here. That's going to be Heavy Hammer. Oh, I should put that the weight is 3 on there and it's red. But yeah, I'll put that in our special findings pile. Okay, so that means I have to take this card in the special findings, shuffle it back, or just the regular findings deck, shuffle that back up, and we're good to go. Now, something I totally forgot to do right before we started scavenging, I forgot to increase everybody's fatigue, and I don't want to forget. So Aritza is going to be at fatigue 1, Marin is going to be at fatigue 1, but then Bruno is going to move from 1 to 2. Okay, sorry about that. I just didn't want to forget. Okay, now let's draw our next exploration card. Search the pantry. Yes, I want food. Return 2 exploration cards or raise the noise by 1 and roll for noise. Oh yeah, raise the noise by 1 and roll for noise. We'll move our noise up to 2. That means we got to roll a 3 or higher. A 6. We're good. Let's draw the top card here, and we're going to look at the pantry. The pantry, we get raw food and a vegetable. Oh, cool, but look at raw food weighs something. We're not going to be able to carry all this back. Here's our raw food. Here's our vegetable. And then, of course, we have our special findings. Don't be a 5, 6? So I need to not roll a 1 through a 6. Okay. Because 1 through 4 is nothing. 5, 6 is a mechanical part which you can't find. So really looking for a 7 through 10. And we rolled a 1. Nothing. Okay. Okay, we have a total of, just so that I know, because I feel like we've been going for a while, we still have 4 cards. Cool. Okay, come on. Be something good. Rubble. Ours does have rubble, doesn't it? Where's our card? Oh, yeah. It's over here. Definitely has rubble. Check the current location card for rubble. If there is no rubble, blah, blah, blah. If there is rubble, you may resolve this card immediately or place it on the exploration slot and resolve it later instead of drawing a new exploration card. Dig through. We can't do that. We can't do any of it. We don't. Wait, we do have a shovel. What am I talking about? We picked up a shovel. Oh my gosh. We can use the shovel, return 1 exploration card, raise the noise by 1 and roll for noise. After digging, add 5 cards to the exploration deck. Yeah. I want to do this. So we're going to return 1 exploration card. Okay, this one's going to go back to the top of the deck. Over there. Raise the noise by 1 and roll for noise, because we're making a lot of noise shoveling here. We'll move our noise up to 3. Then we will roll a die. We just need to roll a 4 or higher. And we rolled a 3. Dun, dun, dun. Time to meet a resident. Our sound goes down to 1. We're too loud digging. I should have known digging would be too loud. What resident do we find? Come on, don't be thugs, don't be thugs, don't be thugs. No, just rats. Oh, whew. It was nothing, just some rats. You may return 1 exploration card to try and catch one. Perform a backstab. Ooh. If the character present deals 3 or more wounds, they manage to catch and kill something that might be edible after proper preparation. Add 1 raw food to the findings pile. So we have 2 characters. We both would get to roll just a gray die, and our prowess, well, Ritza's prowess is 2. This might actually work. We might be able to get 3 fists. So we've got 2 more exploration cards over here. I'm going to return this one because we're going to get it back anyways because we dug through the rubble. Let's see if we can get a raw food here. So here we have Aritza. Aritza has a prowess of 2, but she has no weapon. So we're going to have to roll this gray die. The gray die only has, 2 successes on it, but one of them has 2 fists. So I'm really hoping that I can get that here. She can re-roll the die up to 2 times. So here's her first roll. She gets 2 fists. Sweet. So she has 2 fists. Now let's do Marin. Marin also has no weapon, so he's rolling the gray die. He gets to re-roll it once. We're looking for one. All we need is 1 fist. 1 fist. Oh, that's 2 fists. Sweet. So that's 4 points of damage. And it says here, if the characters present deal 3 or more wounds, they manage to catch and kill something. That might be edible. Add 1 raw food to the findings pile. Of course, raw food has weight. Ugh. I'm starting to get the feeling that maybe, just maybe, we're not going to pick up that hammer because I've got so much. I got the shovel that I want to bring. I got raw food I want to bring. I got that broken guitar. No, anyways. Okay. This then is, let's see. Afterwards, remove this card from the game. Okay, so the rats are gone. Now, though, we get to add 5 cards from the exploration deck to the unknown deck. Sweet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And then we can also draw and resolve 2 finding cards, heap chart, then discard this rubble card. Okay, so we've got our finding deck here. We get to draw 2 from here. So 1 and, mechanical part, I'm not going to be able to use that. Oh, another reality impact. Seriously? Jeez. Okay, let's do this one first. So this one, a mechanical part we can't even get, but we can get chems. Here's our chems, and they don't cost any weight, so that's good. We do get to roll to see if we get anything on the special findings card as well. So I'll put this right here. Place this right here. Come on, 7 through 10. 3. Useless. Okay, so then we can get rid of this card. And then draw a card from the colors deck, then check the number on the rare findings. Ooh, so that's kind of cool. I wonder what happens if we get 210 again. So hopefully we don't get blue. I think maybe I'll just redraw if we get blue again. No, we get green this time. Okay. The construction site has 381 for green. Most of the equipment found here takes knowledge to use, fuel to run, or is too heavy for us to move it. Finally, we have enough and kick the jackhammer next to us. The jackhammer falls to the ground with a thud. A splosh comes from inside its yellow tank. Is it fuel? We could clear our shelter in a single day with this kind of gear. The only thing is that it'd take a lot of time and energy to carry it back with us. Oh my gosh, we got a jackhammer, right? Jackhammer 381,11 on a blank token and place it in the findings pile. Treat it as a gray token with a value of 10 and a weight of 6. Holy moly, a weight of 6? If you don't manage to take it to the shelter, same thing. A 1 through 3, someone else beat you to it, but a 4 to 10, you can actually take the jackhammer with you. So it's a little easier to find the jackhammer. Now, how does the jackhammer work? Okay. You may cross out one line from the jackhammer token in the day action phase. Use one action of any character present to automatically remove any 2 shelter cards. Whoa! You still receive tokens from removing them, described on the back of the bars and closed door cards. When you cross out the second line, remove this token and add 3 mechanical parts and 2 components to the storage. You may cross out the lines without performing any actions to disassemble the jackhammer into parts. Oh my goodness, this is so freaking cool, but it's a weight of 6. Here is our jackhammer. I know, doesn't it look wonderful? No, see, that's what that point's for. I don't even know. I don't know what I'm going to do, you guys. So many options. Whew, okay, that is a lot of stuff. You know what? I don't think I've ever done this before, but you can at any point just decide to stop exploring. I have tons of stuff. I'm worried that I'm going to find more stuff I can't keep. I'm probably going to meet another resident. I think I'm just going to call it, you guys. I'm going to say I'm done exploring. So I'm not even going to look at these cards. We're going to call it a day. Or I really should say a night, because wow. Okay, for determining what we're going to bring back, this is obvious. These are all free weight. We're bringing 2 vegetables back right here. That means we really only need to bring 1 more food. Oh my, I can't believe I'm even thinking this. So if I did 1 food and I gotta bring 1 shovel and then bring the broken guitar, that is 3 weight. Then the final 3 weight, I'm going to store all of this here back for maybe, I would go back to that construction site, to be honest. Oh my goodness gracious. And instead bring 3 water. Having 3 water, I think, is just very important. We're going to have enough food and have enough water for us all, and we'll store all of this at the construction site, hoping maybe we can come back, maybe pick up that jackhammer. Oh, if we could pick up that jackhammer, we could just go through things like nobody's business, but I can't afford the wait right now. Ugh, bummer. Okay, now it's night raid time. Let's see what Bruno has happened to him. Reality impact. God, I've gotten a ton of those. Draw a card from the color deck. Let's see. Let's do... Come on, don't be bad. Green. Okay, that's not terrible. And then reveal the top card of the Night's Raid deck and check the number on it. Find that number and read it. So, top card of this deck, green, is 20. Yep, 20. The silence was rent by the sound of broken glass, and a moment later, we detected a burning smell. Seeing smoke billowing from a room, we run there to find a fire spreading terrifyingly fast. We can still save some equipment, but at a great cost. Discard 1 crafted fitting, placing it back in the fittings deck, or raise 1 character's wound by 1. Oh, well, you know what? I used the chair really well last time. Everybody is at misery 1, so I think we're going to lose the chair. It's also really cheap to make. I'm not giving somebody a wound unless I absolutely have to. So this chair is going back into the fittings deck. It caught on fire. Don't really need it anymore. They already read their Brandon Sanderson. Okay, now it's time for the crime wave. We're going to put these top 2 cards into the Night Raids deck. Not looking forward to that. Well, that definitely could have been worse, you guys. That was way not bad. I liked that reality impact. Yeah, we lost the chair that we just built, but that was easy. Easy. Okay, bringing all this stuff back. from our scavenger team. We've got Aritza and Marin are back into our shelter, wishing they had that jackhammer, dreaming about having that jackhammer. I've got to figure out, if you guys can help me think of how I could get that jackhammer. I mean, a weight of 6, I honestly don't know how I could bring that back, because I'm not making water yet, and maybe that's what I should focus on. But I think even if I do that, the water only creates 1 water token a round, and I need to at least have 3. So, I don't know. Curious what you guys think on that. Let's now draw a fate card. I don't know why I shuffled them up, but that's okay. We'll grab this one. We've got raise the wounds, no one's wounded. We got lower the illness, no one's ill. If cold tokens minus board ups equals 4 or more, no, because we have 2 cold tokens and 2 board ups, so that's 0. Exchange the nearest small location. You know what that means? I think the construction site's going to stay. It's a medium. There's actually no small location. If there's none, exchange the nearest medium location. No! No, no, no! The nearest medium location is the construction site. So all of this is gone. Our jackhammer, our heavy hammer. Oh, well, there goes that dream. Bummer. We draw our new far location, the church. Oh boy. Return 6 exploration cards to trade here. Oh, you can for sure trade there though. Oh, and you can get jewelry. Ooh. We have our resolve weight tokens and no weight tokens. We haven't done anything that's using weight tokens yet. And resolve Spirit A on all character cards. Aritza has to have her cigarette. No problem. Have one of those. Marin has to have his coffee. Have one of those. No problem. And Bruno needs a cigarette. Also, no problem. Nobody increases misery. Heck yeah. We are all at misery 1. We just have to stay there for 1 more round. Okay, then let's draw 2 narrative action cards. Let's grab this one, through the sewers, and this one, resourceful. Through the sewers. Play at the end of a night raid phase. A chosen character on guard duty may bring additional items from the findings pile to the storage. This character may bring as many... Oh, really? Really? That's what I needed this round. Okay, resourceful. Play when crafting any fitting. Ignore the requirement for one of the resources. Doing the same thing last time. Let me know what you guys are thinking on which one. I'm not going to say because I don't know. Why didn't I have that one last round? That will end day 3 of this war of mine. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I feel like we're doing okay. Look at how cleaned up this area is. But we need to get some fittings. I think we need to start making things that make water and food, so I don't have to keep bringing it back. Because if I hadn't had to bring all that water back or that food back, let me know what you think on the narrative action cards. Let me know if you think I did anything wrong. And let me know what you guys think I should do next round in my action phase over here. Because I don't really know yet. I mean, I've got the shovel. I can start clearing off this rubble. Go to this heap. There's a rubble and furniture way over there. I've got a locked door. And I do have a lock pick. So I could start unlocking that. But yeah, just curious what you guys think. Thanks so much for watching. And have a good rest of your day.